Class 7, Subject English, An Alien Hand, Lesson 6, I Want Something in a Cage, Lecture 2. In Lecture 1, I had given you the introduction about Mr. Pucil. Yes, what kind of shop he used to run, what kind of business actually he used to run. Let's move further. Contents that we will be doing in this video: introduction of part 2 of the chapter, review of part 1, that is video lecture 1, reading of the chapter, we'll be doing it together, explanation of the content, comprehension check questions will be discussed, new words and their meaning, homework, and answers of lecture 1 are also there in this video. Yes, so I was talking about the introduction. In the previous video also I told you that there was a strange customer which knocked at the door of Mr. Pucil that day, and there was something strange that happened that day. Mr. Pucil had put a bell. As soon as any of the customer used to walk inside the shop, the bell used to ring. But there was something strange that day, that the bell did not ring. And that customer had went inside the shop and he was standing beside of Mr. Pucil, and Mr. Pucil was shocked after seeing him because he did not expect anyone to be there standing beside him. So now let's read further. The customer wants something that has wings. So now the customer has a demand. With Mr. Pucil, he is asking about a pet that has wings. I hope everybody knows the name of the animal or the bird which has wings. Next, he spends his 10 years earning on a pair of birds. Okay, so he spends his 10 years earning on a pair of birds. Have you understood what the author is trying to say with this line? He spends his 10 years earning on a pair of birds. What does bird signify? Bird signifies freedom. Okay, they have wings, they can fly anywhere they want. So we'll also unfold what this line means in the following video. Okay, moving next. What he does after buying the birds is the strangest act. Okay, so he buys the bird from Mr. Pucil, and what he does with the birds is the strangest part of this lesson. Next, Mr. Pucil has ever seen. So the strange thing that he does with the birds is the strange thing that he had ever seen. Moving further. Paragraph 4 till paragraph 3 was part 1 of the chapter that we have already done in the previous video lecture 1. Now we are moving to paragraph 4. Okay. Please children, keep your heads held high, back straight, and then watch the video so that you can attentively understand. Yes. Moving further. The man's shiny shoes squeaked forward. Man's shiny shoes. That stranger, he was wearing shiny shoes and that squeaked forward. What does the word squeaked means? That unpleasant sound. Normally the shoes which have the leather, they make the unpleasant sound. So the man's shiny shoes squeaked forward. Okay, the unpleasant sound moved forward. His suit was cheap. His suit was cheap means it was not of a good quality. Ill-fitting. Ill-fitting means it was loose, but obviously new. So the man was wearing new shiny shoes which were making some unpleasant sound. His suit was cheap, ill-fitting, but obviously new. He had a shuttling glance. Shuttling glance. Okay. He had a shuttling glance. Shuttling means looking to, looking forward. Okay. He had a shuttling glance and close cropped hair. He had a close cropped hair. Ignoring Pucil for the moment, he rolled his gaze around the shadowy shop. So now he just ignored Pucil. Sitting there, he rolled his gaze means he looked around the shadowy shop. He looked all around the shop. A nasty morning, volunteered the shopkeeper. So the shopkeeper, Mr. Pucil, he said a nasty morning. He clasped both hands. Now He clasped both hands across his melon-like stomach. You understand what does clasped means? Means to hold your hands and put it around your stomach. So in the previous video I told you what does melon mean. So he clasped both hands across his melon-like stomach and smiled importantly. I see by the paper we are in for a cold spell. Now what was it you wanted? The man stared closely. Stared means khurna, okay? To look. The man stared closely at Mr. Puzzle as though just now aware of his presence. Earlier he was ignoring Mr. Puzzle. Now he started staring at Mr. Puzzle and just now aware of his presence. He said, I want something in a cage. Now the strange man demanded that he wanted something in a cage. Something in a cage? Mr. Puzzle was a bit confused. You mean some sort of pet? I mean what I said. See, he's saying that I mean what I said. He said that he wants something in a cage. Snapped the man. Something in a cage, something that is small, I see. Hastened the storekeeper. So now the man said that I mean whatever I have said. I said I want something in a cage. I mean what I said is that something in a cage, something that is small. I see. Hastened the storekeeper. Who was the storekeeper here? Mr. Puzzle. Not at all certain that he did. His eyes narrowed gravely. Okay. Gravely means curiously. So his eyes narrowed gravely and he pursed his lip. Pursed means to close his lips. Now, let me think. A white rat, perhaps. I have some very nice white rats. No, said the man, not rats. Something with wings. So the strange customer is asking for something in a cage, something that is small and something with wings. Something that flies. A bird? Exclaimed Mr. Puzzle. So he said, okay, you want a bird? Para 5. A bird's. All right. The customer pointed suddenly to a suspended cage. Suspended cage means the cage which was set free or which was kept. Okay. Suspended is kept separately. Okay. To a suspended cage which contained 2 snowy birds. So now the customer pointed suddenly to a suspended cage which contained 2 snowy birds. Doves? How much for those? 550 came the prompt answer. And a very reasonable price. They are a fine pair. 550? The man was obviously crestfallen. What does the word crestfallen means? Disappointed. Okay, so the man was actually disappointed when he told him the price. The price was 550. So the man was obviously crestfallen. Crestfallen means that he was obviously disappointed. Okay. He hesitantly produced a $5 bill. I'd like to have these birds, but this is all I have got. So Mr. Puzzle asked for the snowy birds that you can say are the white birds. Okay, doves are white. Yes, they are symbol of peace. So he's basically saying here that I want 550 for 2 doves. But the other man, the stranger, he was crestfallen means he was disappointed by the price that Mr. Puzzle had quoted. Yes, he hesitantly produced a $5 bill. I'd like to have these birds, but this is all I have. And he had just got $5. Mentally, Mr. Puzzle made a quick calculation which told him that a 50-cent reduction he could still reap a tidy profit. could still reap a tidy profit means get a tidy profit. So he calculated in his mind that okay, he quoted 550, but the man is giving him just $5. So he did a calculation in his mind and he said, okay, if there's a reduction of the money also, then also he could still reap a tidy profit. He could still get a tidy profit. He smiled magnanimously. Okay, he smiled magnanimously means generously. Okay, he gave a broad smile. My dear man, if you want them that badly, you can certainly have them for $5. So he said, giving a smile, a big smile, he said, okay, my dear man, if you want them so badly, you can certainly have them for $5. The man said, I'll take them. He laid his $5 on the counter. Mr. Pucil tottered on tiptoe. What does the word tottered means? Moved unsteadily on tiptoe means he ran on his foot. Tottered means moved unsteadily. Unhooked the cage. Unhooked the cage means he opened the hook of the cage and handed it to his customer. The man cocked his head to one side, listening to the constant chittering, the rushing scurry of the shop, the sounds which were there in the shop. That noise, he bluttered. Bluttered means he spoke. He said, okay, so he bluttered. Bluttered. Doesn't it get you? Noise? What noise? Mr. Pucil looked surprised. He could hear nothing unusual. The customer glared. I mean, all this caged stuff drives you crazy, doesn't it? So basically he's talking about the noise which the animals make. He's asking Mr. Pucil that if he doesn't get annoyed with the noise which is constantly there in the shop. So he's saying which kind of noise? No, I don't find anything unusual about these sounds because he's actually become usual to those sounds. He's been sitting there every day doing his business. So he finds nothing unusual about those sounds. But the customer which has come, he's saying that aren't you disturbed by these noise? So here that's what he's saying. I mean, all this cage stuff drives you crazy, doesn't it? Mr. Pucil drew back. Either the man was insane or drunk, he said hastily. Okay. Yes, certainly. I guess so. Listen. The staring eyes came closer. How long you think it took me to make the $5? So now the strange man is asking Mr. Pucil that how long do you think it took me to make the $5? The merchant wanted to order him out of the shop. Okay, merchant is the owner. So he wanted him to go out of the shop. But oddly enough, he couldn't. He couldn't ask any customer to move out. He heard himself dutifully asking, why? How long did it take you? The other laughed. 10 years at hard labor. So he's saying that, how do you think I've earned these $5? Then actually Mr. Pucil wanted him to go leave his shop and move out. But then also he couldn't ask that customer to go out of the shop. And he was thinking in his mind, okay, fine, tell me, how did you earn these $5? So the other laughed, that is the customer that he laughed, and he said 10 years at hard labor. 10 years to earn $5? 50 cents a year. It was best. Mr. Pucil decided to humor him. Humor him means to have fun with him. My, 10 years? That's certainly a long time now. Paragraph 6. They give you $5, laughed the man, and a cheap suit and tell you not to get caught again. So now basically the man is telling that after the struggle of 10 years, they give you $5, and the man laughed and told this, and a cheap suit and tell you not to get caught again. So can you imagine which place is he talking about? I hope you people have got it right. It's the jail where you get money if you do some work. They give you a cheap suit, they give you the uniform of the jail, and they tell you not to do any kind of theft or any kind of wrong thing so that you are caught again. Mr. Pucil mopped his sweating brow. He mopped means he wiped his sweating brow. The brow means the eyebrow. It was sweating. Now about the care and feeding of your doves. I would advise bah. So now Mr. Pucil mopped his sweating brow and he told him that I will tell you how to take care and feed the doves. I would advise bah. The man swung around and stalked abruptly. Okay, he stalked abruptly. Stalked means he glared, he looked abruptly. Okay, moving ahead from the store, Pucil sighed with sudden relief. The line here and stalked abruptly from the store means he moved abruptly from the store. Pucil sighed with sudden relief and he was calm that okay fine, that man has left, the strange man has left. He waddled to the window. He waddled to the window means he went near the window. He actually ran to the window and stared out, and he looked out. Just outside his peculiar customer had halted. Just outside me, as soon as a customer went out of the shop, that his peculiar means strange. Okay, that strange customer had halted. That strange customer had stopped. He was holding the cage shoulder high. Okay, you can understand the shoulder high. He was holding the cage shoulder high, staring at his purchase, and he was staring at the doves that he had purchased. Then opening the cage, he reached inside and drew out one of the doves. Okay, as soon as he moved out of the shop, what he did, he took the cage and he held it shoulder high, and then he tossed it into the air. He reached inside and drew out one of the doves. He tossed it into the air. He drew out the second and tossed it after the first. So now what he did, he was holding the cage shoulder high, staring at his purchase. He was staring at those two doves. Then he opened the cage. He reached inside. He took his hand inside and drew out. Drew out means took out one of the doves. He tossed it into the air. Tossed it into the air means he flung it into the air. Okay. Then next again he did the same. He drew out the second means he took out the second dove also and he tossed it into the air after the first. They rose like wind-blown balls of fluff and were lost in the smoky grey of the wintry city. So the stranger had made the doves feel free and he had left them free out of the cage. So he took out the dove one after the other and he tossed them into the air. He flung them into the air. For an instant, the liberator's silent and lifted gaze watched after them. Okay. Then he dropped the cage. Then he left the cage there. He shoved both hands deep in his. Okay. He shoved both hands deep in his trouser pocket. Shoved means put his hand inside the trouser pockets, hunched down his head and shuffled away. Hunched down his head means moved his head down and shuffled away. Shuffled away means moved away. Basically, you can say shuffled away means he walked away. Okay. The merchant's brow was puckered. Okay. With perplexity. So the merchant's brow was puckered. Puckered means it wrinkled. Okay. With perplexity means with confusion. So desperately had the man desired the dove that he had let him have them at a reduced price, and immediately he had turned them loose. Now why, Mr. Pucil muttered, did he do that? He felt voidly insulted. Okay, He was in a confused manner and he felt insulted. Okay, they are saying here Mr. Pucil muttered. Muttered means he grumbled. Grumbled means गुस्सा आना. He muttered, अपने मन में बोलना. Did he do that? क्या उसने वो किया? He felt voidly insulted. He felt insulted because he had kept those two doves inside his pet shop, whereas doves are supposed to be left free. Yes, the birds should have their own freedom. Why we need to cage animals? Okay, why can't we let them live in their natural habitat? So he was voidly insulted. He felt insulted. Clear? So that's the story. This story has been written by L.E. Grieve. Moving ahead with this, I hope you people find the story very interesting. Moving ahead. Comprehension check questions. We'll be discussing them in the online class and you have to do them in your notebook. Do you think the atmosphere of Mr. Pucil's shop was cheerful or depressing? Give reasons for your answer. Describe the stranger who came to the pet shop. What did he want? Question number 3, part 1. The man insisted on buying the doves because he was fond of birds. Do you agree? Second, how had he earned the $5 he had? Question number 4. Was the customer interested in the care and feeding of the doves he had bought? If not, why not? Clear? Next. New words. There are a lot of new words in this part of the story. Squeaked, unpleasant sound. Gravely, seriously. Insane, mad. Scurry, movement. Cocked, moved. Glared, stared. Reap, get. Magnanimously, generously. Blurted, spoke suddenly. Mopped, wiped. Swung, moved. Peculiar, strange. Halted, stopped. Tossed it, flung it. Hunched, pulled. Puckered, wrinkled. Perplexity, confusion. Muttered, grumbled. Voidly, in a confused manner. Next. Your homework, I have already told you that you have to do these comprehension check questions in your notebook. Is that clear? Moving ahead. These are the answers of lecture 1. We have already discussed them in the online class that we had. But I have again posted these answers for the children who were not there, a part of the online class, who had missed because of some network issue. You can just check the answers from here. Those who have written the wrong answers, you can write the correct answers. So this is for your reference that I've written the answers for. Clear to everyone? Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Hope you all enjoyed the story. The story is really very nice, and it gives a lesson to us human beings that although that man was in a jail for 10 years, so he actually knew the importance of freedom. And that's the reason he wanted to keep the doves free. So with this, I'm going to end this lesson. Thank you for being such a good listeners, and hope you people also, enjoy the spirit of freedom. Okay. Thank you.